Solutions, and today in Pool Care 101 we are discussing how to clean out your IntelliChlor Salt Cell generator. So starting with safety first, we're always going to turn off the main power before opening up any piece of equipment. You are going to see this on your equipment pad setting like so. It's always going to be horizontal, and you're going to see a piece like this on either end that will have to be opened, but you can't do that until you've released a couple things. One, you need the power off, and two, you need the pressure off. So at your breaker is where you're going to be turning off the main power. Also, you'll need to unplug the power to this because you will be removing it from the area. This, you'll see this end, which turns to unscrew from the main power control. And after that, you need to release the pressure. So at your filter, you're going to squeeze and turn to open your pressure relief valve. That's closed, this is open. You'll hear the air come out, and now you're ready to detach this from your plumbing. If it's too hard to grip these, sometimes putting a cloth over them might help you with gripping it, and you'll be able to unscrew those side pieces. So once it's off, it's just going to look like this, just a bare piece. So what we need to do to clean inside of here is first use your hose to spray it out. Sometimes there's just particles that are in there that may have escaped through the filter, or large built up pieces of calcium and such that can build up in there. And you can dislodge a lot of that by simply spraying on the straight single stream of your nozzle of your hose through this grate. This grate, if you're looking straight through it, you should be able to see straight through it. Can you see in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There we go. And on this end, this is where you're looking.
Oh, okay, there's the grate.
Yeah, so you will see deposits built up in there. If you don't, you're in good condition. Keep on going. No need to clean, but most likely you're going to see some kind of deposits in there after a while. And so what we need to do with this is to soak these grates inside of here. So this cap you can purchase, and it basically turns this into a cup. It comes in 3 pieces. So this piece has this one fit inside of it. If you look at it, one side of it has a ridge, the bottom ridge, that's the bottom. This piece has a groove, that's for the O-ring, that's going to fit into it, like so. Mm-hmm. And then, it wants to tip over, and then placing the O-ring right where that groove sets, and that's what turns this into a cup. Now you're going to put this on the bottom of the IntelliChlor Salt Cell. The bottom, of course, if you look at it upward, you see the words are all upright, and the flow arrow is at the bottom of the unit. That's the part that you put this end cap on. And just give it a good turn, and now it's ready to be soaked. So you can soak this in a couple of ways. What we highly recommend is using cell cleaner. Cell cleaner has been pre-diluted, so it's exactly the dilution that you need for cleaning the cells. Another way that some people like to do is by using a dilution of muriatic acid. There's some safety precautions you have to know if you are going to use muriatic acid. So to pre-dilute this in a bucket, you want to use 1 part muriatic acid to 4 parts water. So that's like 1 quart to 4 quarts, or a gallon of water. You always put the water in the bucket first. Add the acid to the water. Never add water to acid. It's dangerous.
Okay, just want to make sure.
It's dangerous going together. So
got it. Chemistry.
So chemistry, that's the proper way to do it.
Got it.
So once you have that diluted in the bucket, then you can pour it into here. Carefully, of course, using safety first. You want to have on gloves, and you want to be using protective eyewear. The smallest little drop that flies up can get you in the eye. You don't want that to happen. So once you've put it in here, now what you're watching for is how much cleaning does it have to do. If you look in after 15 minutes and there's just no bubbles going on, nothing's happening, then you've got a really clean grate. If you're still seeing bubbles, then you still have a chemical reaction going on there where the acid is breaking down the calcium deposits and scale, and it needs to set longer. The longest that you want to leave it setting at a time is 30 minutes. If there is still scale after that, you can do another soaking, but you have to rinse it first. So once you've let it set for 30 minutes, then you need to empty it out, take off your end cap, spray the hose through and rinse it. And if you still see deposits, you can go back through and repeat the process. Once it's all clean and you're ready to put it back together again, of course, it's just a matter of disassembling and reassembling. You're going to remove the end cap, make sure the O-ring stays with your end cap, and then put this back on to your plumbing that way. And then once you put that back on, first you're going to be plugging in the electrical where that came from. And then leave your valve open to let the pressure relieve. Once you turn back the power and turn on your pump and the water is flushing through, wait until the water spews out of the top of this pressure valve. And once it does, that means the air is out of the system. You can close it down and watch the pressure come up, and your system is ready to be used again. And that's how to clean your salt cell. You want to do this. Some things you do need to know if you are struggling with scale development and you're seeing that it's just really a lot more than you would expect, you should give yourself a bi-monthly cell check, where 2 times a month you are opening this up and checking it. If you can pass your bi-monthly check and there's no scale development, then go back to your regular cleaning cycle. But if you're seeing it that frequently, bring on in a water sample and have us help you with keeping your pH down more and finding out what balance you're needing to fix, because you don't want to damage that cell. It'll last a good long time if you take good care of it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All righty.